He changes his name every 3 to 6 months. He doesn't want to be known. He's a very unusual person. Tonight's guest is Dr. Judd Hoosgo, who is an agriculturist. He's been around the world several times. He works in several different businesses. And he's going to be here, and he's going to disclose some facts about the factotum and the daily dealings of life. Thank you. Thanks for your attention. Attention and intention, when it comes together, it disappears. It's like when I'm lost, I'm completely found. But separate, they don't work. They're matter. When lost becomes found, what we have is Somerset Maugham shows up and the razor's edge makes itself known. Well, there are several new sponsors today. One I'm going to turn you on to in a moment. Oh, there's people over here too. You didn't bring your nose plugs. It's okay. Richard Sanders is same over there. Let's see. Our first sponsor was CABOS, the Crust of Bread and Such Bread Company. I may as well give it to you now because I won't remember it later. And the Crust of Bread and Such Bread Company is a company that delivers to its people frozen or fresh, crustless bread. And we will mail you the bread separate from the whole, from the loaf. Okay, so I worked for a while in a bakery, and I cut out one on the loaf. I left really because the dough wasn't too good. Okay, thank you very much. Our next... Thank you. I never finished school. My brother's a doctor, my father was an opera singer, and by the way, my name is Salvador Apatica. I had a skin problem, and it turned out to be null and void. And I was turned on to by my doctor, who I think is in the audience somewhere. I was turned on by my doctor to a skin cream, which I became addicted to, and later went into rehab, and now I can put one foot right in front of the other. And that's what we're all here to do. Okay, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor, and my father was an opera singer. My sister plays in a bluegrass band. She lives in Rogers Park. I'm from Culver City. If anybody is from Culver City here in LA, please stand up.
Dr. Demento's from Culver City.
Anybody from Culver City? Are you standing up? I can't see that.
Dr. Demento, though, is from Culver City.
Say that again, please.
Dr. Demento, the radio personality, is from Culver City.
Oh,
Culver
okay.
City's cool.
Are you standing up now or sitting down? I can't see that. Okay, okay, I have another, what was I saying? I have another, see, we lost our script, so I have to just bring this up as it comes. I have another product, the Extra Special Exterminating Company. And I'll bring that up later. There's another one called the Ludwig von Stegensizer Drum Company, and this person developed a new drumstick, and that person, Ludwig von Stückenheimer, was good friends of the Schicklgruber sisters. And I thought I'd bring that up to you. Some useful information. A lot of this will be useless and aimless. But I never finished school. Okay, I'd like to say hello to our person in the booth, Ricky Velasquez. He says he's Jewish, but I know he's Latin. Spent time at Miami Beach. And I'd like now to turn the show over to my most of the time friend, R.J. Blivett. And I'd like to say this bread company, the person in the back there, is Judd in the back, Dr. Judd. This bread company, I can say Al's Bread, one of our sponsors, if you buy a sandwich, you will get a free beverage with every sandwich. So I say a free beverage with the sandwich for every man, woman, and child. Okay. So I'd like to turn the format over for just a few moments until a commercial is needed. I'm shaking. take those logos. R.J. Blevett. He's the coordinator and he's the boss. You know what I mean? Like the boss.
Thank you, Salvador, for that wonderful introduction.
Is there a washroom backstage?
You need to use the restroom?
Restroom facility.
I imagine there's one somewhere about.
Okay, and just so everybody knows, you're supposed to use a token.
We're getting ready to go on the air, sir.
Okay. Oh, just one more thing I've got to let people know. We are taping, but we're not doing outside camera. So if you don't like what you did today, you want to make noise, stand up. You know, I scratched myself. Do that today. Come back next week and do it again. Okay?
3, 2, 1. Hey, this is Plant Talk. We're on the air. They tried to pull the plug. They tried to cut the funds. They told us it would never work. But we're still here. We're not going anywhere. Abbie Hoffman died for our sins. Theater Festival 25. We spent many a 5 a.m. morning here at this wonderful festival doing a live broadcast for our show, carried on the PBS, on the NPR networks. That's public network television radio. We've been doing the show for a long time. They told us it would never work. They've had a lot of naysayers. But look at where we are today. Right where we belong. See, the further you travel, the closer you get, and the further away, the closer you get. This is Plant Talk. Today we're going to be talking about plants.
Plant, it's something I put into the ground myself.
You put plants into the ground.
Pick up the dirt, little water, some of the seeds, and I don't hope for the best because now is all there is.
Hope is a false concept.
There's a thought form which is going this way and that. Now, what would Gumby do? Does he think?
No.
He's just, he's in between the thoughts.
First he's all skinny, then he's all fat. He's going this way and that.
Well, did you get a free beverage with that sandwich?
A beverage.
Oh, beverage. Oh, you know what this guy did? The doctor at the clinic, I had to get some medicine.
I thought you were for to kick the addiction to the.
I did kick it. But the doctor says he's treating a patient. Well, did you know that Abbie Hoffman was a manic depressive? I didn't really know that. A handsome guy. I didn't know his look like this, and this is not a transplant.
A transplant. A little play on words there.
Don't point your finger at me, please.
Sorry.
I sit here at my own risk.
All right.
I thought you were an actor. What are you using a microphone for?
Because this is a radio broadcast,
Oh, I didn't know.
live broadcast on the radio. We take calls from callers. We have special guests.
I thought you were a gypsy with the hat. My son Bella was a gypsy. He was bitten by a werewolf many years ago. Yeah, good.
Oh, we have a call coming in. Hello, you're on Plant Talk. Hello, is the caller there? Can you turn down your radio, please?
That's the rehab office.
We're getting a lot of feedback.
My main question is, what kind of fertilizer would I be using for my rutabagas?
That's a very good question, caller.
And a plant cannot be chemically induced to grow.
Perhaps this fertilizer question would be just the perfect time to introduce our special guest and have him answer this question.
That would be Dr. Judd Husgo, who has been here, who was in Australia.
Judd, are you with us? Dr. Judd?
Things of that nature have happened in my family. We don't drink sugar. We were Jewish. All the junk food, no smoking, no drinking. Just the junk food. That's all we did.
Salvador.
Start doing it.
Salvador. Well, this is plant talk, and I'm eating a sausage.
Excuse me, Mr. Blue. I happen to know that this individual, this young man right here,
In the studio audience?
in the studio audience, this man here, that man there, and the oil man, Mr. Schwevis, he is a vegetarian. What does that mean?
It means I'm a part-time postman.
I beg your pardon?
You said I'm a carrier, right? Mail delivery.
Stamps to you, buddy. Don't try that stuff here.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was serious improv.
Dr. Judd, who's our first
Dr. Judd!
He flew a long way to be with us.
This bread company isn't cutting it.
And he's got a longer way to go home. We subsidize all transportation for our guests.
Dr. Judd, leading horticulturist in the science of horticulture.
There was a question about a fertilizer.
That's right, Dr. Judd. We'd like you to answer a question about fertilizer. The question was, what sort of fertilizer should I use on my plants?
What, was it a specific plant?
He didn't mention a particular plant. Thank you. He wants to know what sort of fertilizer he should use on his rutabagas. Rutabagas?
Alright, so that's a crock of shit. Nobody grows rutabagas.
So this is just a big...
I've been in this business all my life, and I've never known anybody that grew rutabagas, ever. It's a term they use on like sitcoms. I don't think there's actually a plant called a rutabaga.
This man is a spiritual force in the business, and he threw that chair away. You ever heard the song, I can't sit down, I can't sit down? That's why he threw the chair away.
There's a match up here. Do you mind if I light it?
Fire away.
Is it a strike anywhere?
Just let it go.
Yeah.
There's a little fire on stage tonight. So rutabagas is a rutabaga roots.
Wait, there might be.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't know have annoying firefighters, do you?
I don't. I had a cousin. So rutabagas is a ruse. It's not really like and nobody grows
You
them.
know what a rutabaga is?
I have no idea, and I'm on plant.
You ever seen one?
I don't know. I may have seen one and not known it.
You ever eaten one?
I don't believe I've ever eaten a
So
rutabaga.
it's a no point.
Yeah.
Tell the guy what he should do is go out and take a shit in his yard on his fucking seats and shit all over.
Is there such a thing as kosher rutabagas?
Rutabagas blessed by the rabbi.
RJ, we need a code.
The code?
The phone is locked, we need a code.
6284.
6284.
You happen to know if there's a strip club in this neighborhood?
Oh. I do know that there is a strip.
I used to watch Bozo when I was a boy.
I never finished school. My father was an opera singer, my brother's a doctor, my sister is in a big brass band. But the person that actually wrote that song, I Can't Stand Up, I Can't Sit Down, he was like me, he sat on the drum stool for many years, 48 years. He was a hemorrhoid sufferer.
He sat on a donut.
Oh, we talk about some really important work.
I think we should get to the meat of the topics here today. And yes, I would. I'm grateful that we have you on the program with us, Doctor. You're highly accredited, and we'd like to hear some talk about plants today. I'm sure a lot of people out there are interested in plants and plant life.
I am. How about the plants in your own yard?
Well, I have a farm. I've been growing some vines in my farm that they eat people. If I plant enough of these vines around the world, that'll clean up all this.
Superfluous humanity.
Yeah,
I felt like that myself a lot. Now, there is a horticulturist, an individual out here
Oh no, it is.
Yes, I would like to,
Hello?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
But I have a serious plant story.
Do you have a number?
I have a serious plant story, it's very short.
Okay, all right.
Would you like to share your serious plant story? Or do you just want to stand up and interrupt everything all the time? What's your
As a
story?
child, I took a saucer from my mother's cabinet, filled it with water, and put a lima bean in it. And I put it on the windowsill, and the rest is history. What happens when you put a lima bean in it? It's wonderful, you can get a vine eventually up the side of your building. Anyway, enough about my vine.
The vines at Wrigley.
I think Dr. Jeff.
Those aren't lima beans.
Those were planted by Bill Veck.
That's correct.
Yes, sir. The vines at Wrigley, and they're not lima beans. Oh, there's a call coming in.
It's a beautiful story like that got me into horticulture in the first place.
Is the caller there?
You know,
Say that
it's
again,
very
caller.
easy, I'm sorry, it's very easy to lead a horse to
I think we
water,
have a
but you
plant
can't
in the
lead a
audience.
horde of culture.
I think we have a plant in the audience. Are you there?
Plants do think. You can think. I'm trying not to, but thank you.
Hello, caller, are you there?
Yeah, this is Blake Bozo.
Bob Bell is on the phone, all the way from Florida in the grave.
I was watching this movie the other day, The Little Shop of Horrors. Now, there were no women giving sex. There was just plants, there was like ladies. I was wondering, what kind of horticulturist is feeding these plants killing beings?
Seems to me like you just planted a seed.
Okay, that might be a fine time for a response.
Is he attacking me?
I don't think it's personal, I think he's actually...
Because you know that film's make-believe. What I'm doing is real. Yeah. Anything with Steve Martin in it is make-believe.
Hey, this is some fucked up shit, man.
This one had Jack Nicholson.
Look at, that's not even a real fucking caller. That's some guy in the booth named Rich Cotovsky. I don't know how much more of this shit I can take. I'm with you. I think we need fucking plants that can eat all the superfluous humanity out here. Humanity.
Let's for a moment, people, regroup, take a breath, and follow Dr. Judd's lead. Horticulture is a serious subject. When you plant something, whether it's your foot, or your fist, or your arthritis into the hip, into the foot, into the heel, you've got to be serious about this. Is there an imposter? Is that Bernie Schwartz up in the booth? Get it? Imposter Bernie Schwartz? That's a personal comment.
You know, there's a lot of hair on this table.
This fucking
I want to eat off this table.
This fucking sandwich sucked.
Is that any good?
No, I don't want to be ungrateful.
Do we have any guests that work at a plant?
Are there any guests who work at a plant?
Or anybody in the audience who works at a
Salvador,
plant?
our guest introduction doocer.
What's the question again, please?
Are there any guests who work at a plant? This is plant talk.
Yes, that's correct. I had a little plant as a child, and I used it I used it as a color by numbers picture. And my crayons were confiscated in kindergarten. I don't. I'm trying to be realistic here. So, what was the question again?
Well, this is very serious. I mean, there's plants that are trying to grow. They're out there in the world.
I had a tree in my backyard. I used to bark at it.
Hello, caller.
Yeah, I was working at the CNC plant, and it was in the remote control position, and they fired me. I was union, but they confiscated my badge and my cookbook. I was working in the remote control position. They had a little clickers. And when the remote control went click, click.
Yes, I remember the remote controls that clicked. You had to point right at your TV and they would click, click. I remember.
Yeah, well, they figured those out and they went to digital, and I went out of a job.
Are you
So now it's like a sound effect.
Is he referring to snapdragons?
Caller, are you referring to the Snapdragons?
No, the remote control.
That's
So
like
click, click when you point them at the TV that they no longer make it now you're out of the job. You don't even work at the plant.
If you're working
anymore.
at remote controls, you don't have to be at the plant to work. You can
because the remote. The remote control that I used was by Ronco. That'd be a lesson to him, huh? And these are 99-cent glasses.
People don't need to be intimidated by plants.
The air we breathe.
Thank you for calling, caller. This is Plant Talk. We're on the air.
Your girlfriend's kind of cute.
Well, don't look at the picture. There's some very racy
It
pictures.
says it's 73 degrees.
It's hot. And you're lighting fires.
What?
It's 73 degrees and you're lighting fires.
I know.
Yeah. Plant Talk. It's
There's some plants on your phone.
there are.
There's a sunflower.
Yeah, we have some wonderful
Is that an
images.
actual photo?
No, that's not a photo. Here, I'll show you a picture of a plant.
It looks like you got a hangnail from Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
To pick your toes.
That's exactly what it is.
You can, I've got a cuticle remover at home.
Oh, look at that! Look at, can everybody see that? What are those?
Chrysanthemums?
Is that in your garden, sir?
Those are in the garden growing. That's called a clematis vine.
I had that once.
If it flowers beautifully as this.
I mean, there was purple involved.
Plants, they can really brighten your life. You got a dingy corner
Hey,
somewhere?
here's an impersonation of a plant.
Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
This is like Jack and the Beanstalk.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven.
Hallelujah, brother, in the name of Christ, Jesus Christ, that man has taken me to heaven. Step down, sir.
Come from the land of the exits, go with the right good time and the right good go.
I always wanted a playing band. I guess I just did. That's what we need. More individuals like that.
Are you the golden guy?
On a plant.
Oh, yes, right.
As in Robert Plant. Look out, get your dirty hands off me. We're making motion picture history here in a long while.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in to Plant Talk. We got a cut from commercial break now from one of our sponsors.
Yes, I'd like to bring up another. Oops. Is that paid for? We have another sponsor I'd like to bring up, which I was told to do it exactly like this. It's the Extra Special Exterminator Company. It's a 30-second commercial. And the person that owned it, I once had a hot dog with at Mr. G's, which I'll show you in a minute. This is a 24-hour company, an exterminator company. It will come to your home. You guys taking a break? We'll come to your home and 24-hour a day service. They'll go to the basement. They'll go to the attic. They'll go to the bathroom. They'll go to the bedroom while you're asleep. And the main factor of this company is we come in, and if nothing else works, we come in with a sledgehammer and we'll sledge him out of there. Now, I will show you the person who owns this company.
He was a friend of mine for a while. My name is Ernie Frapp. I started on drugs, went to liquor, And I live in the van down by the river!